Sunlight hurts my eyes.
Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313, and welcome to part 2 of my mod spotlight on Equivalent Exchange 2 for Minecraft 1.2.5. The part 1, we pretty much went over most of the blocks, but we still missed a few, so I'll cover those in this part, and we'll also go over all of the items that it includes as well, in detail, of course. There's one thing that I forgot last episode, or last part. Why do I keep saying episode? There's another function of the Philosopher's Stone. As long as you have some type of EMC in your inventory, I have some Klein stars, and you go ahead and press R while looking at one of these, it shoots this little projectile. And it basically, well, it transmutes the animal. So as you can see, I have a moose shroom right there, and then I have a pig, and then I have a chicken, cow, wolf. Hey, look, a wolf. And yeah, it pretty much just randomly switches it. So there's no set pattern. There it is. This also works on hostile mobs. Just kidding, it will not work while you're on peaceful. Let's go ahead and get another creeper. Let's see, let's get our Philosopher's Stone, and bam. Now it's a spider. So yeah, that's just one, that's one little thing that I forgot to mention about the Philosopher's Stone. So, with, trying to, conserve time and whatnot, let's go ahead and get started with all the things that we have to cover in this part. Alright, so here's another 2 blocks that this mod adds. And as you can see, it is called the Nova Catalyst and the Nova Cataclysm, that is. First off, this Nova Catalyst, if we go ahead and look up the recipe for it, it's just basically a TNT with a piece of Mobius fuel, getting you 2 Nova Catalysts. They're pretty fun. Let's go ahead and play with some. Might need some redstone torches for this. Since it's made out of TNT, you guess that, it has something to do with explosions. And this is really cool. I really like this thing. Anyways, if you place it down, it looks just like a TNT, and you place a torch right next to it, it'll flash, and boom! Makes a cool little explosion noise. And you'll notice that all the drops are already in my inventory right here. It didn't have to drop a whole bunch of things all over the place, and I put it in one neat and organized little item ball, like you saw with the axe and all the mining stuff. Oh no, you didn't see that. But yeah, it puts it into this thing called an item ball, and that's pretty much just a ball of items, and it keeps it all in one spot, and this helps to prevent your game from lagging, which is really nice. So next thing we have is the Nova Cataclysm. If we look up the recipe for this, it's just 1 Nova Catalyst with 1 Aeternalist Fuel, getting you 2 Nova Cataclysms. So semi-expensive item, not too expensive once you get up there in EMC production and whatnot. Anyways, let's go ahead and clear our inventory and then pick these things back up. Let's put one of these down. Nova Cataclysm. We also need some redstone torches. There we go. And it'll explode, and it gives you a little bit. And as you can see, there's the item ball right there. But I already collected all the items, so, yeah. So that definitely collected a lot of items from one little thing. So it's like TNT, only that, or the Nova Catalyst is just like the TNT, just a little bit stronger, and it doesn't drop the items all over the place. So it makes it really nice for mining. And then the Cataclysm is also a lot bigger than that explosion, and it also doesn't drop all the items just on the floor, which, prevents your game from lagging, and it's just neat and organized, and you don't have to run around everywhere. So pretty neat. Let's go ahead and look at another thing that we can make with this mod. Alright, so you guys remember these things, the alchemical chests? Well, these can be used in a crafting recipe, if we look up the uses, to make alchemy bags. And these things are really cool. As you can see, it's just one alchemical chest in the middle, with 3 of the highest tier covalence dust on top, and then any color wool. As you can see, it works with all different colors of wool. So, pretty cool. And let me go ahead and get myself one of these things, and I'll show you exactly what it does. Hold on. There we go. Stupid rain. Alright, so first, it's a bag. Pretty cool, and I could have sworn I turned rain off. Yeah, I did. Alright. And you'll see that when I right click on nothing, it opens up this huge inventory. This inventory allows you to basically place everything that you need to place. And as you can see, I'm just going to throw some random stuff in there. And I'll go around, do whatever I want, move my bag into my inventory, do a whole bunch of stuff, and let's say I forgot something, pull it back out, and boom, there are all your items. Another cool thing to note is this works if you drop it. So if you drop it, and you pick it back up, it still has all your items in it. It also works if your bag gets destroyed. Let's say you fall into lava or something. Oh no, there's lava, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in there. Right there. So as you can see, it just got destroyed. Well, that would kind of suck if we just lost all the items in there. Let's say we had like a whole bunch of powerful stuff. Well, that's not true. These alchemy bags store the inventory based upon the color that they are. So if I grab a light blue here, and I right click on it, it doesn't have anything. Balls. Sorry about that, I'm back. I just had the wrong bag color. It was, let's see what color. It was like this color, no, it was that color. I don't know, but anyways, I just had the wrong color. Everything's still in here, as you can see. So I'll go ahead and just delete it again. And what color was this? That was that color. Okay, so if I delete it, so it's gone, and then I get another one back of the same color, it still has the same stuff in it. And you'll notice that if you were to have a different color bag, let's say we had a yellow, it has a brand new inventory. So it's really neat for organizing all your stuff and having everything on the go. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at something else. Alright, so here's some cool tools as well as armor. Let's go ahead and take a look at the armor for a minute. First off, we have our dark matter armor. So that's pretty cool. And if we go ahead and grab a pair, let's go ahead and look at the recipe real quick. As you can see, it's just, the same crafting recipes as you would craft regular armor, just with dark matter instead of whatever other thing you use. So pretty expensive item, these dark matter greaves. And yeah, if we go ahead and just put them on, as you can see, I have another kind of armor on. And I go ahead and equip this armor. You'll see that not only does it look pretty awesome, I look pretty boss-like. Kind of like a ninja. Not really. Maybe if it was black, I'd look like a ninja. But anyways, it also does a very good job of protecting you against damage. So if I fly up here and take that off, you'll see that I fell a good bit, and I'm still living. So, expensive item for a lot of armor. Or a lot of protection, I guess you would say. Let's go ahead and jump over here and go ahead and get the red matter. Again, this red matter stuff is just like the dark matter, in that it's crafted with the red matter, just like so, in the same crafting recipe. Oops. The only difference is you have your dark matter or armor in one of the empty slots. So you can see that this is how you would craft the chest plate right here. Pretty expensive because it's just upgrading your existing armor. And then you have your helmet, which is crafted like that with the dark matter and red matter, and then your red matter greaves, and then your red matter boots. So pretty cool, and these also, just like the dark matter armor, protect you fairly well. I'm just going to kind of jump up here. Let's fly a good way up. And let's go ahead and take this off and fall. Bam. That would have killed me if I wasn't wearing anything. So, this does a really good job of protecting you and making you look absolutely fabulous. Alright, and by the way, there is another set of armor, as you can see right here. But that's a little bit more advanced, and we need to learn how to craft a few more things before we get into this. So I'll show you this later in this part. Anyways, let's go ahead and look at some of the other things. As you can see, I have my Destruction Catalyst, Hyperkinetic Lens, and Catalytic Lens. These are pretty fun and useful tools indeed. First, let's go ahead and look at the Destruction Catalyst. It is the cheapest of the three, I think, I want to say. Although don't quote me on it. But as you can see, it's a destruction catalyst. The crafting recipe is just flint and steel in the middle, surrounded by some Mobius fuel and Nova catalysts. That gets you the destruction catalyst. So if we go up to the ground and we just right click, it digs out an area, 3 by 3. And it drops those little item balls which hold all the items that you're digging. So pretty awesome, I like it. And this could be for some pretty fast mining, but I don't want to click that much. Well, we can charge it up. By pressing V, it charges up 1, 2, and 3 times. Now, on the highest charge level, if we right click, it digs down quite a bit. So, if you could see, it goes down quite a bit. We'll just do that a few times. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Very fun toy, very efficient mining tool. I mean, who needs pickaxes anymore, So yeah, that was the destruction catalyst. Let's go ahead and look at this hyperkinetic lens. Now the hyperkinetic lens, if we go ahead and look at the crafting recipe for it, it's a Nova catalyst surrounded by 2 pieces of dark matter and 6 diamonds. So very expensive item, but I'd say it's pretty fun. If we go ahead and right click, or press R, one of the two, you'll see that it makes a little explosion. And as with all equivalent exchange toys, leaves those little item balls behind. And so this is pretty good for mining. I mean, if I were to just go right here, just kind of spam click it, boom, 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 and yeah, very fun. I could do that all day, trust me. But what if we want a bigger explosion? Well, we can charge it up again with V. So it has 1, 2, and 3 charges. And if we right click, bam, it just destroyed that tree. It doesn't like if you hit grass with it. I don't know why. But yeah, really big explosion, very efficient for mining. Bam! Look, I found a little thing already. So yeah, that's the hyperkinetic lens, and that's pretty fun as well. But we want the best of both worlds. We don't want to carry these two around. No, we want to combine them into one thing. As you can see with the catalytic lens, if we look up the crafting recipe, it is, let's see if I can do math, 7 pieces of dark matter with the destruction catalyst and the hyperkinetic lens included in it. Who keeps texting me? So yeah, this gets you the catalytic lens. And as you should guess, this has both the functions. If you press R, shoots that thing. If you just right click, it clears out an area. And then the only difference is you can charge it up a lot more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 full charge levels. So as you saw at the first charge level, it just dug down 1 by 3 by 3. This one, charged up to the fullest, will charge out 64 deep, or 64 long, depending on where you click on the block. So like, let's say I'm kind of over here, but if I click right there on that side of the block, it mines out that way. So just an absolutely huge area that it mines out, and you could definitely do some damage with this, trust me. And you'll get resources like you've never seen before. But again, it's not overpowered because, well, it takes a lot of resources in order to make this. So you're definitely not going to get this within your first, I don't know, few minutes of playing. So those are the lenses, the 2 lenses, and then the destruction catalyst. And yeah, they're pretty fun. They're used for mining. Let's go ahead and look at the next toys that we have. Alright, now it's time for the really fun part. Well, alright, the whole mod is fun, but this is a pretty cool part of the mod. As you can see, there's a whole bunch of different tools that you could use, both dark matter and red matter. Red matter being the more expensive of the two. So first off, you'll see that all the dark matter stuff has, pretty much everything that you have in vanilla Minecraft, being the pickaxe, the shovel, the hoe, the sword, the axe, and then the shears. And these all are very cool. Let's go ahead and go over each one individually. First off, we have the pickaxe. Recipe like shown, using 2 pieces of diamond, kind of for the sticks. And then the dark matter on top, just like you would craft a regular pickaxe. Now if we go ahead and grab this, and I'll kind of put my other tools away. If we go ahead and grab this, you'll see that, when we place some stone down and we try to dig it up, it goes pretty fast. Just as fast, if not faster, than a diamond. So it's pretty cool. Let's go into one of these caves and see the really cool feature of this thing. First off, maybe when I'm not flying, if I jump down here and I charge it up, it has 1, 2 charge levels, and there's a skeleton shooting me. Hold on 1 second. There we go. So when we charge it up, you'll notice that it charges faster. Or it digs faster, mines. So very fast as compared to the lower level. Another thing that this thing can do is if you go up to a string of ores, such as iron that we have right here, and you right click, you'll notice that it clears out everything that was in that ore. So if we go over to here with the coal, see we have no coal in our inventory right now. If we right click, you'll notice that we just got 14 pieces of coal with the click of the mouse. So it's definitely very neat and makes it a lot easier to mine. So very cool. And within 2 right clicks we got 31 pieces of coal. So you could definitely do a lot of stuff with this thing. But as with anything else in this mod, you can upgrade it. Because what's better than a dark matter pickaxe? You guessed it right, a red matter pickaxe. Now to craft a red matter pickaxe, if we go ahead and look at it real quick, you need your previous dark matter pickaxe, because you're just upgrading it. You need a piece of dark matter, kind of for like the shaft of the pickaxe, and then you need 3 red matter up on top of it. So this is pretty cool, and it does the same things in general. The only difference is 1, it'll mine faster. Of course, since it's more expensive, it has to mine faster. So if we go ahead and just leave it uncharged, you'll notice that it mines a little bit faster than the dark matter. And then if we charge it up, it has more charge levels. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And you'll see that is like instant mining. It's kind of like being in creative mode. You just go bam, 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 bam. So you could do some damage like that. And then of course, you have your right click and it gets all the ores inside that vein. The only difference is it'll get more ores in one thing. Like the dark matter pickaxe does have a maximum number of ores that you can get with one swipe, and this just increases that maximum. Another function that both of the pickaxes have, so this also includes the dark matter pickaxe, is if you press C, which is the default key, I think you could change it in the controls under the menu, you'll notice that it switched the tool to 3 times tall shot mode active. So now when we dig, it digs out 3, a height of 3. So it goes 1 down and 1 above the block that you mine. So if I were to mine right there, they would mine right there. So pretty neat. And as you can see, it digs 3 down. Pretty cool. And this is definitely a lot easier for mining. So you could build some really cool tunnels just running along and clicking. So pretty cool. Another thing that you have is if you press C again, it changes it to wide shot mode. Now wide shot does exactly what you think it would do, is that it digs out 3 wide. See? Pretty cool. Press it again and we get 3 long shot mode. This digs out 3 long. Press it again and we're back to 1x mode standard active. And then that's just the usual. So there's the pickaxe. Let's go ahead and look at the next tool that we have. Alright, so I'm back over here by my chest, and as you can see I have my dark matter shovel. Let's go ahead and play around with this. First off, the crafting recipe is just like you would craft the pickaxe and any other item. You have 2 diamonds, kind of for like the shaft of the shovel, and then you have 1 piece of dark matter on top, so kind of like the vanilla recipe, only this is a lot better. So if we go ahead and dig, it digs out pretty fast, pretty cool. And again, just like the pickaxe, you can charge it up with V, and it has 1, 2 charge levels. And this just makes it dig faster. Pretty cool. Another thing that you could do, let's go ahead and make it to the lowest charge. If you go up to a patch of grass and you right click on it, oh, it has to be charged up at least 1, I lied. And you right click on it, it digs out a nice little area. Just a little 3x3 for the lowest charge. Or I guess one above the lowest. But yeah, this is pretty good for clearing out some area. But we could charge it higher, and this will clear out an area that is 5x5. Pretty cool. And very fun to play with. You could definitely level some land. Hey look, melon. So yeah, there's a shovel, and as with any other tool, you can upgrade it. This gives us the red matter shovel. And if we look at the recipe real quick, you'll notice that it is just your shovel with a piece of dark matter on bottom and red matter on top. Now this thing does the same thing. That was really specific. The red matter shovel does the same thing as the dark matter. It's a little bit faster at digging, and if you charge it up one level and you right click, it'll dig out a 3x3 area. If you charge it up to the highest, charge it up to the highest, being it has 3 charge levels, run over to a nice place to dig, and you right click, it digs out a 7x7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep, 7. So pretty cool. And you know, just like any other tool that we have, it's just bigger and better, you know? And as you saw me, I kind of hit the wrong key. If you press the C button, you can change the mode to long, standard, tall, and wide mode. And you know, that's just the same as the pickaxe. So pretty fun. Let's go ahead and look at another tool. The next tool that we're going to look at is the hoe. Now we have a dark matter hoe, just like with everything else. And let's go ahead and see what it does. First off, the crafting recipe is just like this. Pretty basic. Just 2 pieces of diamond and 2 pieces of dark matter, just like you would make a regular hoe. And if we go ahead over here and we right click, it you know, tills the soil. Pretty awesome, right? And by the way, none of these tools will break. So once you have one of these, it won't break. It has no chance of breaking whatsoever. So pretty cool. Obviously it's not near water, so it's not going to work. If we charge it up and it has 2 more charge levels, bam! It pretty much tills this huge chunk of dirt, and you can get some serious farming going on with this thing. So pretty awesome. Just kind of be careful because it can, yeah, it can make quite a mess. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the dark matter. Let's go ahead and take a look at the red matter. Pretty basic. You guys should know the pattern by now. If we look at the recipe, it's just 2 pieces of red matter with your existing dark matter hoe and then dark matter on the bottom. And obviously, you know, this will till the soil. If we go over to somewhere where I'm not trying to do a mod spotlight, and we right click on the land, right here looks like a good place. It has 3 charge levels, 1, 2, 3, and bam. Yeah, that is a huge farm that we would have going on. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. But yeah, again, basic same thing as the dark matter version, just bigger and better. Let's go ahead and take a look at the swords now. First off, we have the dark matter sword. And let's see, let's go ahead and test it out on this pig. It's, you know, a pretty cool sword. Not only does it look cool, but it also is pretty powerful. You can see that was a 1-hit kill, and I think it's either a 1 or 2-hit kill. Just depends on how strong of a pig it is, I guess. But yeah, and of course you could charge it up. And I'm not sure if this affects the... I believe it does affect the power of it. So charging it up will make it stronger, I believe. Don't quote me on it though. And if we go ahead and we just press G, I lied, B, no, I lied, C, R. Alright, so if we press R, you heard that little noise right there. However, excuse me, it's not going to do anything. What this is it's an area of effect attack, I guess you would call it. And basically, it around the area around you, it'll attack only hostile mobs. As you can see, it's not working with this sheep. He is just too good for my powers. Die. So yeah, that's the area of effect, and it does slightly less damage than if you were to just hit the thing or whatever, but it's good if you're ever in a zombie apocalypse. So yeah. And then let's go ahead and upgrade it, just as we do all tools. The upgraded version is pretty simple. You guys should know the pattern by now. Put that away, get our red matter sword. And if we look at the crafting recipe, you'll see that it's 2 pieces of red matter with the existing dark matter sword on the bottom. Same thing, stronger, bigger, and it has a larger area of effect. Obviously there's no mobs right now. Maybe I could spawn a few after I take myself out of peaceful. Let's get some zombie pigmen going on in here. There. And if we go ahead and press R, bam. It does have a maximum number of mobs that it can affect at once, but you know, other than that, pretty awesome. Hey, we got 2 gold nuggets. So yeah, there's the red matter sword. Let's go ahead and look at the next tool. The next tool that we're going to look at is the dark matter axe. This thing is pretty cool. And you know, hopefully you noticed the pattern by now with the recipes. It's just 2 pieces of diamond and then dark matter for the blade or whatever. And if you go up to a tree, you just go like this. I got wood. Not literally though. And it's pretty fast at mining, at you know, chopping down trees. If we charge it up, that is, slightly faster. Pretty cool. If we go ahead and right click around us, it mines out an area around us, and it'll not only get rid of any of these leaves and give you the saplings that it receives from it, but it'll also give you the wood and all that, and drops it into that neat little item ball. So that's pretty cool, the dark matter axe. Not only you don't have to right click, but you could also just press R, and that works as well. So let's go ahead and upgrade it into the red matter pickaxe, or red matter axe that is, shall we? So if we get this, and we look at the recipe, same thing, dark matter axe, dark matter, and red matter, just like so. Let's go over to our forest right here, and try it out. Again, it's going to chop down trees fairly quick. See, it's almost instant right there. If we charge it up more, then it's like really quick. So you could definitely get a lot of wood with this. But if we just right click, you see that it gives us a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and get brand new set, like without any wood. Let's go over to here and just see how much wood we can get in one click. Alrighty, ready? 1, 2, 3. Bam. So we got a lot of wood, and that's in a pretty light forest. Like if we were in a heavier forest, we would get a lot of wood. See, you just run around like crazy clicking, and yeah. So red matter axe, pretty fun toy. Let's go ahead and look at the next thing that we have. The next thing that we have are the shears. We have the dark matter shears and red matter shears. Excuse me, sorry. Alright, so first off, to craft the dark matter shears, it's just 1 piece of diamond and 1 piece of dark matter. Pretty cool. Let's go ahead and play with these. Just so happens that we're in a field with a whole bunch of grass. So if we go ahead and we just, you know, click on it, it gives us dead bush and seeds. Or shrubs. Yeah, shrubs and trees. Interesting. Also, if we charge it up, we right click, you'll see that it mines out good bit of grass, and it gives us all the grass as well, which if you're not a big fan of grass, not the kind that you inhale, but just this kind of grass that grows on the ground, yeah, you could just burn it up in your antimatter relay, and you know, charge it up again, and it has a larger area of effect. So pretty cool and good for getting rid of this pesky tall grass that we have right here. And then of course we could upgrade it to the red matter shears using our existing dark matter shears and then a piece of red matter. And you know, same thing, it'll do all that. Seems like it doesn't give us the seeds. Interesting, I don't even know why that is. It gives us seeds every now and then. But if we right click, you know, it has an area of effect, and then if we charge it up 2 more times for a total of 3, it clears out a very large area of grass. So pretty cool. Alright, so the next thing that we have is the dark matter hammer. This thing is pretty cool. Now, the way you craft this is with 3 diamonds up along the middle and then 2 pieces of dark matter on the sides. Pretty cool. First off, it works just like a pickaxe, to where you can mine you know, blocks and whatnot. So very fast, very effective tool. Another thing that you could do is if you just right click, sorry, you have to charge it up once, and then when you right click, it mines out a big area of stone. Notice though that it will only do stone and ores, it will not do dirt or gravel. So, or sand. But yeah, it mines out, what is that, 3 by 3 by 3? Let's see. Yep, 3 by 3 by 3 area where it just mines out this big chunk. So pretty cool. And if we charge it up again, it digs out a big 5 by 5 by 5 area. So very cool. But the only problem is it doesn't do dirt. But you know, we'll get to a fix for that later. Anyways, as with anything, we can upgrade it to the red matter hammer. The way you craft this is with 2 pieces of dark matter, your existing red matter hammer, and then your red matter. Now, this, you know, again, you could dig just like that, and it works well. However, you can charge this up a full 1, 2, 3 times, and when you right click, bam. Huge area that it digs out. Still not doing dirt or sand or gravel. But you know, still pretty awesome. I like it. It's actually, I think, what I dug this hole with. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, those were the hammers. Let's go ahead and look at some of the more advanced tools that we have with Equivalent Exchange. Now these are all very expensive items, and pretty much from now on it's just a combination of all different sorts of tools that we have crafted just a few seconds ago. What we have is the red guitar and the red morning star. Now this red guitar and the red morning star pretty much conjoin all the different red matter tools into one tool, or I guess it would be 2 separate tools. If we go ahead and look at the red guitar, we look at the crafting recipe. It's 5 pieces of red matter with the hoe, the axe, the shears, and the sword. And pretty awesome. Basically the way this works is it has, you know, all the functions that all these tools does, and yeah, so pretty awesome. You also have your slay all mode and slay aggressive mode, which I kind of forgot, but you could change that when you're holding the sword by pressing C. Ooh, I almost had to sneeze there. Alright, so the red guitar, that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at this red morning star. Crafting recipe for this would be the red matter. There's 6 pieces here. And then the red matter pickaxe, hammer, and shovel. And, you know, again, has the whole shebang, mines out huge areas, and unlike the hammer, what it'll do is it'll also dig out dirt. So obviously, since it's part of it has a shovel inside it, if we right click on dirt, just like that, clears out a nice little area. However, when we click on stone, clears out an even larger area, as you can see right here. So pretty awesome, very, very neat indeed. Definitely have to get one of these soon in my Let's Play. So yeah, let's go ahead and see if there's anything else we could do. Alright guys, so it's about that 30-minute mark, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here, and yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to split this mod into 3 parts now. So this has been part 2. You've seen a whole bunch of the tools and the alchemy bags. You've also seen the dark matter and red matter armor, and then we'll get to all the rest later. As you can see, I had a little bit of an incident with the morning star. I was trying to click on the furnace and I accidentally clicked on that and it dug out a whole area. So just goes to show you, be very careful with those powerful tools. They are dangerous. So anyways, this has been Drawing Kid 1313 on part 2 of my mod spotlight on Equivalent Exchange for Minecraft 1.2.5. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you join me next time. See ya!